Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well. Today I have got a stout to review for you, and it's from Jamaica, and it's quite simply called Dragon Stout, coming in at 7.5% ABV. I've had a few requests for this one. It's one that you see down the sort of the world foods aisles of supermarkets and sort of random off licenses and things like that, but I've never been too tempted to pick it up. But I've had a couple of requests and I thought, you know what, let's get it done. How bad can it be? So yeah, 7.5% ABV. Apparently stuff's been around since 1920. Original Jamaican Dragon Stout, product of Jamaica. How's your spiel? It says brewed and bottled by Desnoes and Geddes Limited. I probably just butchered that pronunciation. Desnoes and Geddes Limited, and they're in Kingston, Jamaica, and it's been imported by Heineken. But yeah, brewed and bottled in Kingston, Jamaica. So yeah, let's get this 7.5% ABV stout out of this bottle into a glass and see if it's any good. They've been brewing it for a long time in Jamaica. Loads of smoke on the opening of that one. So if they've been brewing it this long, then someone must like it. It's only a dinky bottle, this one. I picked this particular bottle up from my local sort of mini supermarket around the corner. It's a 284 milliliter bottle, so a little one. So if I don't like it, that's a bonus. Yeah, but there she is in the glass. That is pretty much jet black with a half a finger, very spacious and quickly fading, slightly tan looking head on it. Let's get me snout in, see what the aroma's telling us. Well, it smells really sweet and boozy. It smells thin, it smells overly sweet. It smells like there's been sugar added to it. I smell caramel, strong caramel aroma, which is quite pleasant. Caramelly, vanilla, not much in the way of malt. Sort of milk, sort of sweet milk, almost like sort of sugary, milky, touch of dark fruit on the aroma. There's a lot of aromas going on, but they're not necessarily the sort of aromas I want on a stout from a personal point of view. There is, it's vanilla-y, it's sugary, it's caramelly. Touch of toffee. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. It's quite light. There's a touch of roasted malt flavours, a touch of roastiness, but not a lot. It is sweet. There is a strong caramel flavour, strong caramel. A touch of milk chocolate. It smelt boozier than it tastes. There was a sweetness on the aroma that was kind of giving me the impression that I was going to get all of that 7.5%. But I'll tell you what, I'm not really getting any of the 7.5%. It's very easy going, to be honest. Because there's a touch of bitterness. A touch of bitterness at the back end. But it's balanced quite nicely with the sweetness and sort of milk chocolate. It's very much milk chocolate. There's no real roastiness to this stout. Touch of bitterness, but no roasted malt coming out of me. No sort of dark black coffee, dark chocolate. It's milky, it's sugary, it's sweet. And a little bit of a little bit of a milk chocolate flavour that's kind of reminding you that it's a stout, and you know, plus the fact of the colour. Let's read a little bit more about it. Have we got any ingredients anywhere? I found some. Water, malted barley, sugar, glucose syrup, colour, ammonia caramel, hop extract. Wow, that really isn't the ingredients list I want to read on a beer personally. Water, malted barley, sugar, glucose syrup, colour, ammonia caramel, hop extract. Yeah, it's I mean, they may have added sugar. They may have added sugar for sort of the export reasons. I don't know, maybe just to kind of maintain the flavour. It's not unpleasant by any stretch. It's actually quite drinkable. However, it's very light. It's very light. It's almost thin. There is a carbonation to it. It has the body of almost a lager. It has the body of like a Heller's lager. There's a fizz. The flavour to it doesn't hang around long. There's a touch of bitterness that kind of clings to the back of the palate when you swallowed it. But it doesn't hang around. There's no lasting character to this stout, really. It's quite easy drinking. I will give that to it. I will say that for it. It's quite easy drinking. I can understand why perhaps people like this as perhaps an alternative to lager. I mean, if you're drinking in Jamaica, chances are a good lager is probably what you want to be drinking with the heat they get, you know, the sort of weather they get in Jamaica. This would make quite a pleasant liquid dessert, you know. It's sweet, slightly bitter. It's quite refreshing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just a bit when you drink so many good stouts, you know, you have something like this, you kind of you want to know what the fuss is all about. It's kind of one-dimensional. It's light, it's sweet, it's easy drinking, touch of bitterness, very little in the way of roasted malt characters that, you know, we here in the UK have become used to with stouts, I guess. But it's okay. It's okay. The sweetness isn't overpowering. I keep mentioning the sweetness because it is probably the most prominent aspect of the beer. But it's not overpowering. It's not sickly. You can, you know, as soon as I read there was sugar in it, I'm like, yeah, I get that. I can get that. It is noticeably sweet. Noticeably sweet. The sweetness is the main aspect of this beer. There's very little in the way of malt. There's very little roasted malt character to it. There's a touch of bitterness on the back end from any hops or hop extract that we used. Doesn't specify what hops went into it. Caramel you get in abundance, and I like caramel, so no complaints there. But it's just a bit thin, just a bit one-dimensional for me, and I probably wouldn't buy it again. I'd probably drink it again. Like I say, it's not awful, but you know, obviously there's tons of other stouts I would buy ahead of this one. Let's put it that way. Dragon Stout from Jamaica. It's all right. It's all right. I will give it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I'll go straight down the middle. I'll be fair. 5 out of 10 for Dragon Stout. Have you drunk this one? I'm assuming those who've asked for a review would have had it before. What do you think of it? What are your thoughts on it? You can get this one in supermarkets. I find it. So you usually see it in the World Foods aisle, random bits like that. So yeah, give it a review. Yeah, Cameron did the weird thing and cut out on me. In summary, it's bang average. It's okay. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Give it a go. Let me know what you think if you've had this one or you drink it regularly. Yeah, give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I do appreciate it. Until the next one, you take care.